Just a few short days ago, I did say something big was coming for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, and we've now got it. It is the Solar Letter. Now, this, for me, has largely been overlooked. This is a big insight as to what is coming. Over on Steam, we can see it has now been linked in Discord. I have got the Discord screen open here. Go and explore this Solar Letter, guys. It's going to tell us a lot for what is to come. Now, as of yet, I've not read through it. This is literally 6:03 p.m. here in the UK. I'm going to experience this with you guys. I'm going to have a read through this Solar Letter. Look what's in it. Look what we've got to look forward to, essentially. Let's take a look. The Solar Club letter returns. Learn what Katie and Nacon are working on behind the scenes. Largely what we kind of spoke about on Monday's or Tuesday's video, whatever day it was. Monday it was. They're bringing back the Solar Letter to give monthly updates and feedback back to the community. This is something I think was desperately needed to give us the excitement, the hype, the allure as to what this game is working on. It's sorely needed, and I'm pleased to see this returning. Of course, the addition of Dev Diaries, I imagine we're going to get into that soon. I will keep looking at Discord as it rolls through. Lots of people talking about it. There's a few memes as well, which is quite good, so I've seen a couple of snippets. I'm going to try and experience as much of it firsthand. Table of content is what's new, current feedback, Season 4 teases, which I'm looking forward to, and the aforementioned Dev Diary. So what is new in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown? Season 3 launched in March, brought a much awaited challenge in TDUSC. What else have we got? Brought forward many community requests, such as solo mode for races. Right, cool. This is basically what's already came into the game. Navigation races, bug fixes, improvements. Now we're working on the next season, the casino. We knew that this is what's coming. Whilst Kiloton are developing the game for year 2, features and vehicles, I'm excited for that because we know we want more cars in the game. The team at Nacon are steadily planning the next big communication, the Season 4 and Year 2 Dev Diary. This will answer many questions us as a community have put forward. Community Manager Alex Seven, who a lot of people still don't realise work there, that kind of gives reference back to some of the comments on my videos. Alex Seven works there now, guys. He's working on more ways to involve the community in the games, in the game features too, one of which will be announced in the Dev Diary. Now that's cool, bringing more of the community into the game. If you're looking to improve a game, if you're building a game, what better way than to utilise the community that are playing the game? Fantastic from that. I do like that, bringing the community into the game. They've also brought back the community highlights section. Basically, this looks like it's going to be a case of highlighting pictures, screenshots, hand selected from the TDU team to showcase on social media. I like it. Again, it's a bit of attraction. It gives us the incentive to do these kind of things. What have we got so far? Ferrari F40 from Boshell84 on Discord. It's a cool picture. I do like what we can do in photo mode in the game, hazing the background, things like that. Now we can obviously remove the driver. We can now turn the wheels once again. It's quite a cool little screenshot there. Davo654 in the Aston Martin. Is that the Vantage or is that the DB11? I think that's the Vantage. That's a very good picture. I do like the sunlight coming through the trees over on the Ibiza map. I believe that is. Yes, it is Ibiza map. It's a pretty cool picture. Congratulations on that. And the F40, that's all good. To have a chance of being featured, post them in Discord, guys. We know that already. I've shared that link before. Head into Test Drive Unlimited's Discord, post your features, your featured pictures to get featured from them. Right, enough of that. Current feedback. Now, this is a big thing. There's obviously a lot of feedback, there's a lot of criticism, there's a lot of obviously hype about the game, myself included. I give back both sides, whether it's criticism, whether it's hype. A big part of improving Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is making sure that they take the community's feedback in an array of areas, looking at areas that they have taken into account based on conversations on social media. The economy, a big part of this game. Yes, I think we can all agree the economy isn't where it needs to be. They've also taken a lot of feedback regarding the game's economy, especially after nerfing Finding the Way to Chan Bernat. They can confirm at the start of Season 4 they will not be nerfing any races. The current 20% payout boost that is applied to Season 3 events will not be removed for Season 4. And any new content outside of the casino will receive a 20% payout. We have also heard some players' complaints regarding the duration of the Solar Pass in Season 3, and based on that feedback, they have made Solar Pass less grindy, and we are increasing XP income from daily challenges too. Right, okay, let's address that first and foremost. So, Chambernat was, of course, nerfed. We have had races throughout this game, Highway to Heaven and Chambernat, just to name but a few, where we could go in and grind time and time and time again and absolutely blast, XP and money. We do need that in the game. Some people just want to go in there and blast through it, and they should be given that opportunity. Nerfing it hurts the community and hurts the ecosystem, so they know that is an issue. I'm not quite sure which races right now are the farming races as such. There's obviously some delivery missions when they pop up. To think off the top of my head, the AC427, for instance, 200,000 credits for a couple of minutes worth of driving, absolute tops. So they've said here that they're not going to be nerfing anything for Season 4. I think that's a good thing. That is something we want to see. We still have to have that thing we can go in and grind. However, they've also addressed that there's been a big complaint about the Solar Pass, that it's too hard to complete for XP. Well, my feedback there would be perhaps the Solar Pass is fine. It's the XP grind that isn't there in the game. And I see that a lot through the comments on YouTube. I do see that feedback often. I don't think there is a good XP grind in this game. But they've also addressed this. They're going to increase the XP income from daily challenges too. Now, is that the way to fix this? I'm not entirely sure. Sometimes the daily challenges are not, you're not able to complete them because the ecosystem of the game. We struggle to match players in games, so we struggle to do the instant challenges. Struggling to do the instant challenges, we can't complete the daily challenge. We can't complete the daily challenge. We won't get that XP. Hopefully they have a fix for the instant challenges, or it disappears. That is something that does need to be fixed. So yes, it does look like they are trying to rectify this one, being less grindy, but we want the grind in the game. It just needs to be grindable, and the XP isn't. So that is a criticism. Hopefully we do see a bit of a change coming there. Whilst this is a step in improving the economy, we will have much more vast economic improvement schedules for Season 5 based on direct community feedback. They will continue to listen to feedback from players in seasons ahead. Hopefully this is maybe a bit of that feedback. I would like to get involved in that feedback. You guys know I play this game daily. I make videos on it daily. I've got a lot of feedback. Hear me out. Let me have a voice. I would like that one to happen. We'll see what happens going forward. That would be pretty cool to see. They'll give us more updates in the dev diary going forward. So they know there's an issue. You guys don't need me to tell you that. The devs know there's an issue, and they're going to be listening to the community for that feedback. So make sure, guys, that you are heard. Be vocal on those issues down in Discord. Let the team know what we want fixed. Moving on to talk about sounds. We know sounds is something you find important in Test Drive Unlimited. Many have praised the sounds they have. Me personally, I think the sounds are fantastic. They're not perfect. There are things I would also like to be changed. But the game as a whole, I think, has captured sounds magnificently. Many cars, I mean, you could just say any Aston Martin in the game sounds fantastic. The Nissan R35 GTR sounds fantastic. The list goes on. Obviously, with Season 3, there was updates to the likes of the Porsche 918 and such. So I've not got the biggest issue with sounds in the game. Maybe we could start to talk about anti-lag turbos. They simply do not sound like anti-lag turbos. That is a big change I would like to see, rectified. But they're talking about sounds here. The work isn't done. We've recently had a survey asking the community for the feedback. I've done that myself. Improvements directly related to the surface, such as working on the Lamborghini Diablo. We'll talk more about this, and improvements in later communication. Okay, so there isn't actually an answer there. They're just talking about sounds that they, again, know there's something that needs to be improved. I did fill out that feedback, kind of stuff I talked about earlier. The anti-lag turbos, I think, really need a big improvement. We want to hear the, ASBO, the yobbish sounds coming out of an anti-lag turbo fitted to a vehicle. It's something I would want to see. So there's going to be upgrades to sounds, performance, graphics and optimization. Well, you guys should know all too well, I've had nothing but trouble throughout this channel with performance, graphics and optimization. They are aware of performance and optimization issue on PC and console, and they want to remind us that in Season 5, KT Engine will be getting an upgrade. This will include, but not limited to, some work on rendering and optimization, lighting improvements, water surfaces, ocean floor improvements, shadow management, cockpit lighting improvements, and network stability. Now, I felt like it was my own computer. I've got a fairly good computer here. I've got a good network. I thought it was my own computer that was doing the issues with the screen cutting during gameplay, recording, editing videos and such. Everything's fine. Uploading to YouTube, it would start to stutter. So I was thinking there was an issue on my end. But the more and more I see this, the more and more videos I tend to see posted A lot of people do have the same issues I have, so perhaps it's not just my end. Yes, the game is very demanding on the consoles, on the PCs, but if the team know that this is an issue, then they're working to fix that. I am perfectly glad for that one. That's also good to see. This won't be the end for us working hard on improvements of the game's performance, graphics, optimizations. We will continue to work, make sure there's plenty of enjoyable experience for everybody. That's all good, year 2 and beyond. Anything else just here? Dev diary and more coming. What's this? We will be able to share some before and after footage examples of the improvements in the dev diary. Right, cool. That's the dev diary ahead of Season 5, which will be released in October. Jumping ahead, we've not had Season 4 just yet. Vehicle distribution. Another topic which comes up based on Season 3's launch was the ranked vehicle rewards. An awful decision. It didn't work in game. Again, that comes back to the fact that ranked racing doesn't work in the game. That should be fixed ahead of anything else, let's be honest here. Region lock, cross-platform lock, whatever it might be, I could say it time and time again, they won't listen because, it might be a bigger issue that's something I don't understand. But ranked racing doesn't work due to, in my opinion, cross-platform and cross-network. It just needs to disappear. We need to be as open around the world as possible. But let's not get hung up on that one. Currently, the ranked system is not optimal. Even though we would have a season focused on improving the entire matchmaking experience in the game, we need to work on a solution now. That said, you will see a new vehicle distribution system taking effect in Season 4, where we will continue for all seasons after. Part of the new system means that ranked will no longer reward players with a vehicle, and now the vehicles planned to be ranked rewards will instead be at the dealerships at the start of the season. Right, okay, I don't mind that. We obviously knew this previously. The ranked reward vehicles, you would get a season in lieu. Pininfarina Battista was Season 1 reward, I believe, and we got in the dealership Season 3. Season 2 reward was a Bugatti Chiron SS Plus, whatever it was. We get that in the dealership Season 4. This season we've got the Valor. We wouldn't get that till Season 5, but now it becomes apparent we're going to get it in the dealership Season 4. So I don't mind that. I am kind of looking forward to using the Valor. I love the noise of Aston Martins in this game. There's the other Bugatti Chiron. It was the 300 Plus. There we go. Super Sport 300 Plus. So we're going to get those into the dealerships. Season 4 vehicle. What on earth is that? Answers in the comments, guys. I want to say it's some form of Jaguar, but I just don't know what it is. That's going to be the back of the car just there. This little section of the backlight. Sorry about the way I'm turning my head here. I'm trying to get a good view of that one. I can only assume this is the back of the car. Or is this the front and that's the dashboard and it doesn't have a windscreen? Maybe that's the case. So we're perhaps looking at a car without a windscreen? Let's not get hung up there. Answers in the comments section. What you guys think that's going to be. I'm going to spend some time looking at this. That must be the front of the car, surely. I'm getting too hung up. No. Back of the car, it's a cabriolet. Soft top that's folded down perhaps, and that is the tailgate, the trunk, and that's maybe a recess for the taillights. Yeah, it's got to be, especially the way this is driven onto the beach. Yeah, I'm going with that. This is the rear of the car. It's a soft top that's perhaps folded down. That's the tailgate, and it's a recess here for the rear lights. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think Season 4 vehicle is going to be. Moving on, they're also reworking vehicle distribution in Solar Pass, which will add additional cars each season and will explain the upcoming dev diary, which will cover Season 4 and Year 2. More details in the upcoming dev diary. More updates for the dev diary in this letter. Cool. Right, some good topics so far, but let's get into the nitty gritty. We're all here and we want to look at Season 4. This is what I'm looking forward to the most. Season 4 is when they will be bringing a long-awaited feature from TDU2 into TDU SC. This feature, of course, is the casino. Not only are they bringing the casino, but we expect to find some new smaller and larger features of quality of life improvements to TDU SC2. Let's talk about that. Again, reference back to Monday's video. The lifestyle aspect of this game simply isn't there. Right now we have a racing game. Nothing more, nothing less. We have simply got another racing game. This is missing the DNA of Test Drive Unlimited. Casinos, everything about it, the lifestyle choices, everything we could have, houses, clothing. You guys kind of know what TDU was about before. That is sorely missing from this game. Yes, they're working on it. Yes, Season 4 will start to rectify that issue, and that issue, of course, is the casino. Now, is it enough to bring lifestyle back? Absolutely not. It is going to take time, but let's appreciate what is coming. Casino, I think it's going to bring a lot to this game. Season 4 arriving in July. One thing we will notice is they have a larger gap between 3 and 4. We knew that was going to happen already. This is temporary. We can now expect a 3-month season returning from Season 4. Coming in July, we'll have July, August, September, October. Like they mentioned earlier, we will then have Season 5. Looking forward to that because, 3 months is a good rotation per season as far as I'm concerned. One of the reasons behind this is obviously they were working hard on networking of the casino. More details on the dev diary. Another reason is they wanted to take a more realistic approach in the game's art design. They've already started this by doing such small things such as removing the lights at the top of meeting point statues. It was good. It was slightly annoying. Enabling the ability to turn off holographic text, removal of parking lane text, and more. That said, you can see below what we have planned for the casino, which is based on concept art and has a more futuristic approach to its design. So yes, instantly there, it is obviously concept art. If it looks the same, I'm not going to be too unhappy about that. It does look good, and it does tie in with everything that Solar Crown's all about. It is futuristic. It is like something we've not seen before. Let's just look at the Solar Hotel, for instance. It's like nothing we've seen in game before. So if this is the concept, if this is actually going to be what the casino looks like, I'm not mad about that at all. It looks like here we've got a bit of an entranceway. Perhaps we exchange in-game currency for in-game currency to then use in the casino. If that makes sense to you, perhaps there's a casino coin rather than, the coins we've got in game. If that's what we've got right there, that would be pretty cool. That looks like it's going to be maybe a digital slot machine or a digital roulette table, something to that effect. Pretty cool there, but overall I like the design. One thing I will state, obviously it's a casino, is it going to be a dress code? That would be interesting. It's a lifestyle game, and if we want a lifestyle game, well, do we have to have the correct attire for going into a casino? Right now I'm sitting wearing a Red Bull t-shirt. Yeah, you're not coming in with that on, sir. You need to be wearing a shirt and tie or a shirt and trousers, something. You need to have a certain dress code. I actually quite like that as a concept. You have to have a certain dress code for the casino, just judging by what the guy's wearing here and the girl dressed relatively nicely. Moving over, we can see the concept art here for the top. Now, this is interesting. Yes, it is only concept art. Let's not get away from that. But that looks like the top of the Solar Hotel. The helipad. I don't know which other building that would be in reference to, unless they're going to spawn a new building in the map. And again, it doesn't actually specify which map the casino is going to be. I would assume it's Hong Kong Island, which does create a separate issue. I won't get into that one. I would like to see it on Ibiza. Maybe there's one on both. I wouldn't like that. I would like there just to be one casino. Then it means when we go into the casino, there's more chance of meeting up with people. Let's think about that one. So yeah, although it does look like the Solar Hotel, perhaps there's going to be another building spawned into the game, or they'll adapt the building that's already there. Maybe it is already there and I'm just looking past it. But again, it looks quite cool. We can see there's separate pods here. Those look to be roulette tables, perhaps. They're digital, they're futuristic, whatever it may be, but we've got separate pods all around a hotel here. A floor that looks to be upper, or is this a lobby and you've got to walk through separate doors to come into the pods, whatever it may be. I like it. I'm looking forward to it. It does look pretty cool. Even the entranceways, maybe we step off the helicopter, you can actually see a couple of little guys there walking through, elevator shaft coming down into the casino. Whatever it may be, it looks bloody cool. Next image, what have we got here? Right, into the casino itself. Again, yes, it's concept art, but we do come back to that factor that everybody is actually dressed in shirts and ties, suits, nice dresses. Oh, yeah, very nice dresses. She's stacked. Right. Totally distracted there. Yeah, so it looks like there may just be a dress code for the casino, and that is something I would like to see. We're talking about lifestyle. We want the lifestyle aspect to come back to the game. Hopefully it is a dress code. I would like to see that. Let's talk about the machines. Yeah, we're probably going to have digital slot machines digital roulette, perhaps. I don't see a roulette table here. Blackjack, it looks to be just here. Right, I don't see a poker table yet. These are all blackjack tables, or whatever it is you want to call it. I assume it's blackjack. It looks to be. It's cool. Again, I would understand if it is going to be digital machines. For the most part, it's a futuristic casino. Cool. Let's show some of the in-game screenshots of the casino. Right, there we go. Yeah. So what have we got here? Macau Lights. Gain $500. Raise 100. What does that say there? Sold with an E. Interesting. 0. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that means right there. I don't even know what kind of game that is. If you guys know what that is, oh wow, I've just seen one thing, guys. It is the Wintry Casino. Cool, so it is a branded casino. It doesn't really make much of a difference, but I like the fact that it is indeed the Wintry Casino. Entranceway coming down the staircase. Beautiful, I like it. Still don't know what this game is though. If you guys know what it is, I'm not a big casino goer for all intents and purposes, guys. I play poker, I will play blackjack. I'm not really inclined with casinos. If you know what that game is, let me know once again. Moving on, oh, that's a beautiful image right there. Lotus Bar. Can we get drunk in a game? That would be pretty cool. Again, it's probably not going to be a thing, but that is a lifestyle aspect. Having a drink, a cigar, that'd be quite cool. But this obviously looks to be, yeah, maybe a little bit of a meeting room, a congregation room, whatever it might be. Maybe you want to talk to your friend. Yeah, let's go and play some blackjack. You guys can walk over together. Quite like the Lotus Bar they've got there. Now then, what is this little place? Right, it's some sort of game there. Again, apologies, I'm not quite sure what that's going to be. Is it a game or is this shirts? Is this ties, actually? This looks like it might be ties. We've got hats, maybe some watches, dresses on a man, it looks like. So this might be... Oh, do you know what this could be? You've came to the casino. You can't wear what you're wearing, but you can go over here into this little room. Here you can buy the clothes that will actually gain you access into the casino. Again, it's a lifestyle choice. You have to have the correct dress attire. I don't mind that. That might actually be quite cool if that is what that's going to be. Moving down here, what have we got? So it's still in the Wintry Casino. We can see the logo up here, but this looks to be slabs of colour you would pick for a vehicle. Wheels on the wall. These are racing seats or different seats for a vehicle. That seat there looks to me to be a BMW M4 seat. That does look to be an M4 seat. Not quite sure what this seat here is, and I really cannot make out this. For anything, I would say that is a 500 Abarth seat, judging by the black material and the red line down the centre of the seat and the headrest here built into the rear of the seat. I'm going to say that is an Abarth 500 seat. That is an M4 or maybe it's not an M4 competition seat, not with the split colour blue and black, I don't believe. But I'm going to go and say that's an M4, BMW M4 seat, and this one here is an Abarth 500 seat. Again, guys, if you know what this seat here belongs to, it's a big boy. Let me know in the comments section. Judging by the wheels, largely looking aftermarket, so that's quite cool, and slabs of colour. So this then obviously brings up the interest. We're obviously going to get casino cars. That is as good as confirmed. What the car's going to be, don't quite know, but it looks like we may even be able to customise that car at the casino. I like it. Let's move on. Right, what's this image we've got right here? Is this coming back to the vehicle again? What's the context below? As you can see, we went much more realistic approach in terms of design, and we think this is something TDU fans and more will enjoy. Let us know your thoughts of the screenshots. Right, it doesn't actually say what this image here is. Now again, I'm at a loss. I initially think Mercedes with the grille, but the headlight doesn't scream Mercedes. It looks more BMW or Aston Martin. Is that a velour? I'm not quite sure, guys. I'm maybe out of touch here. If you know anything about that, let me know in the comment section down below. Side note, oh, there we go. Side note, you may have noticed the name of the casino is the Wintry Casino. More details on that soon. Why more details soon? Just tell us you're dropping this here for us. If it's all in the dev diary, that's cool, but we're reading the goddamn letter. Just let us know here, guys. Come on. Furthermore, we want to mention not all of the casino's gameplay features. Not all the casino's gameplay features will arrive on day one. As we continue to work hard on this season, you'll be able to find the content added to the casino throughout season 4. Arrive in day 1 and at the mid-season patch. I mean, come on, you've been working on a casino for long enough now. Hopefully, it's just minor things. I would have expected a full casino. I'm not going to get down on it. I'm excited. I want a casino, whatever we get, I'm going to be happy with, but we're always going to ask for improvements. Beyond the casino, you will find an array of quality of life features. Let's go. One of the most important ones in TDU is community asking for the ability to remove HUD in game. This isn't quality of life features. Come on. Yes, it's an improvement, but the ability to remove the HUD in game. So you'll be able to do exactly what you want in day one of Season 4. Take a look at some of the no HUD in-game screenshots. So yeah, it's a cool aspect. Racing around the game without the speedo, the revs, the map, the voice chat connected, whatever it might be. That's not a quality of life feature. It's a quality of life for us personally, but not in game. It is cool. I do like it, especially when you're in a cockpit view. You just want to see what the car's got there. That's cool. It's nice and clean. It is fresh. I'm not going to bash on it, but it's not really a quality of life feature in game. Much more to share with us in the coming weeks leading up to July Season 4, and we're excited to bring blah, 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 blah. That's all good. Right, here we go. Dev Diary. Let's talk about the next big communication. They are currently planning the Season 4 and Year 2 developer diary. We discussed this briefly in the latest patch note message. They want to give some more details about when we will see this and what we can expect. The dev diary is planned to release in July, before the start of Season 4. They'll give us a more specific date when they get closer to the launch of Season 4. Guys, just tell us now. You're giving us this update. Just tell us now. I don't know why they would do that, but yeah, realistically, it's probably going to be 2 weeks before Season 4 launches. If you go into the Solar Hotel, you can see up on the wall we've got like 52 days left of Season 3. Just tell us some specifics, guys. It's not going to hurt you. You can expect to find all the details about Season 4's content and improvements, as well as the roadmap for Year 2. I'm interested to see a roadmap for Year 2 to see what we're going to expect, which will feature more TDU-style missions. Housing, a large improvement to matchmaking with the signature TDU feature, and a season that will dedicate involving the community in development. We won't give any details on that yet. We'll save that for the dev diary. What is this about? A season that will dedicate involving the community in the development, which we won't give any details on yet. We'll save that for the dev diary. They're leaving something right here for us to actually really think about. A full season dedicated. A full season that will dedicate involving the community in the development. I like that. I said it at the start of today's video, and I'm saying it again. Involving the community physically playing the game. That is interesting, and I want to know more about this one. We may be involved to a certain degree of building out a season in this game. I like it, guys. Good shout on that one. They're excited to show an in-depth behind the scenes of Season 4 and Year 2, answer many of the questions the community has asked over the past weeks and months. TDU is our passion project and a franchise that may hold close to their hearts. With that said, they will assure that we will keep working towards making this game a TDU to remember. I don't think there's any issue there, guys. This most certainly, so far, is a TDU to remember, for better, for worse. We're not going to forget Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. I personally love the game. You guys know that. That's why I make so much content onto it. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. We'll quickly finish off what we've got. First of all, Ford GT, absolutely beautiful. I love that car. Final message. We hope you enjoy Season 3 and we're pleased, and please continue to send feedback and comments on various social media platforms which they have linked below. We're excited to continue bringing the TDU franchise back to the hearts of many, the TDU team. What I'm going to do, guys, across the top of the screen here, I will copy over the URL for this one in case you can't access Steam for whatever reason, and you can go over and read through all of this at your own leisure. There's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot coming to the game. We know that. There's a lot of specifics left out of the Solar letter. I would have expected some specifics to come into there, but we've also got a lot to look forward to. Yes, they've cleaned up the game in certain aspects that a lot of people would have wanted to see. Yes, there's some intrigue about that community-built season. Fantastic. I think that is epic if it's done properly. Having a good look here at the Wintry Casino, having a little sneak peek at certain rooms. Yep, these may not be the finished articles, but it starts to give us a sneak peek of colour combinations, different interior seats, different rims. It looks to be a bit of a clothing room that we've got here for access to the casino, perhaps some meeting lobbies, the Lotus Bar in particular, some of the games we've got in the casino layout itself, and obviously that external view of the casino. What it's going to look like perhaps on the entrance, I like it. It looks clean. It looks to be good as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot to come here in Season 4. You guys know that I am very much interested in what's coming next. Having a look at this image right here, I'm still not sure what it's going to be. I mean, is it an Aston Martin? It's where my head is currently going here. I think we are looking at an Aston Martin. I've came back to this and I said I wasn't going to. I want to know what you guys think it's going to be. I'm thinking Aston Martin DB11 Volante, perhaps. These recesses for the rear lights is why I'm kind of getting dragged there. I like it. Let me know, guys. I'm not going to kind of talk about that one any further. It would be interesting what it is we're going to get. I'm going to stick on that. DB11 Volante is my thoughts. We know we're going to get the cars here now in the dealership. I do expect more cars in this game. Let's not get away from that. But the guys have spoke about it, which is good. Most likely, the more amount of cars, or the most amount of cars we're going to get is likely going to come in year 2. Lots to unpack there, lots of feedback. I did say that we're dropping something big in the game. I'm looking forward to playing Season 4. We've got roughly, let's call it 50 days at the time of recording left of Season 3. More grinding to be done. Myself personally, I've still got about 15 levels to complete the Solar Pass, although we've already got the end goal, which was the LaFerrari Aperta. I still want to complete the Solar Pass just for my own benefit. But guys, let me know what you think of the Solar Letter, this new newsletter concept that we are getting. For me, I love it. It's giving us updates. It's giving us things to look forward to in the game. And we're going to get this on a monthly basis. Fantastic from the team. Let me know your guys' thoughts, feedback on everything we kind of went over today. Can I give my reaction to it all? I like it. I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. Stay tuned for more updates on Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown.